machine. This is a new treatment for skin lifting, facial contouring, and skin tightening. This is a non-invasive treatment, so it doesn't require any sutures or stitches. It's non-surgical, and the patient can just come in for the treatment and go home without any redness of the skin and no downtime. This is a very good treatment. It uses RF energy. It's not comparable to the usual RF treatment that we have or that the patients have been doing. This produces very high energy of radio frequency, but it doesn't damage the skin. All it does is it reverses the aging process by tightening the skin, by developing more new collagen and elastin, which increases the elasticity of the skin. So during the treatment process, the patient feels tighter skin and the patient looks younger. When do we see results? Most of the patients would see a noticeable result right immediately after the treatment, but it's not true for all. In the treatment protocol, like the studies that we made for this machine, the results will be seen on the 28th day after the treatment up to the 3rd month. It improves as the day goes by, and the patient sees a good improvement every day right after the treatment. The effect lasts for 1 year, but although there will be some environmental factors that could also affect the effect. So some could see a very good improvement which could last a year or more than a year, but it depends also on the patient's lifestyle. This is a very good alternative treatment for patients who would not want to go surgery, like facelifting, but it's also not a permanent treatment. So, but 1 year, like if you see a good result for 1 year, it's already a very good treatment alternative.
That was my wife, Eleanor Eusebio Sangalang, and she was so happy with what happened there. She was educated, she was told how beautiful she was, which was nice to me, but she was also told exactly what was going to happen, so there was no nervousness. And at the end of it, really, I think they really hit it off. Relationships is really a good part about this dermaloscopy. The ability for the owners and the doctors and the nurses to have that kind of intimate trust, like, to me, beauty, if it's going to be on the inside, it's going to be told an honest and open truth what we can and cannot do. Yes. But maybe you can tell the audience more about actually what happened, what this machine does, and
what we
the
did
FDA approval.
This is a new treatment. The machine is called the Intragen machine. It's a non-invasive treatment. It's a new treatment from Korea. It's an FDA-approved treatment, so patients do not have to worry about its safety. It's very safe and very effective. It's a very good alternative for patients who do not want to go under the knife and who would just want tightening of the skin, and like some patients would complain about their jowls, and non-surgically we can't really do anything about it, but fortunately we have this new invention, new machine, the Intragen machine, which tightens the skin from under. It produces a very, very high RF energy, which induces heat on the skin without damaging the skin. So the patients can come in and come out without any downtime, without any redness, and they just feel tightening of the skin. But of course, since it's non-surgical, you have to wait for results to come out. There will be some noticeable results right after the treatment, like what your wife did or what your wife saw. But the results would peak up to from the 28th day after the treatment to 3 months. And what's good about it is we only do the treatment once a year. And if the patients are non-smokers, then maybe that effects would last more than a year.
Very nice. Because in the olden days, they would somehow pull the skin back a little bit, right?
Yes.
That would require some
like
stitches in the back.
Facelifting.
Yeah. And this one, it avoids the whole invasiveness.
Yeah, it avoids sutures, stitches, which some patients would not want. Of course, there are some who would want to go through that more aggressive option like facelifting. But if you're the type of client who wouldn't want to do that and who would just want to go to a party and will not let your friends know that you've done something, then maybe you can do something like this. So it's actually more affordable than surgery.
Jane, I want to ask you about your new, and the grand opening, of course, is December 8th.
Yes, December 8th.
But, we had a discussion about what I'm used to as far as being in North America in service and attentiveness and personnel understanding. I'm not a number, but I'm actually a very important client.
Yes.
As you open up your new dermalosophy in Makati, we had this discussion. Can I ask you the kind of things that are unique about your place versus maybe other places that do similar items?
Actually, Makati, our nurses, no, actually our therapies are all RN, registered.
RN,
Yes.
they're all registered nurses?
Yes, all registered nurses. And so they know, know everything, like they know what to do. Yeah, they don't get, how do you call that, nervous if something, like something happened, or they're just calm. And they're just ready, and
so they know how to treat patients, basically.
Yes.
That's very important when you're already nervous.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
It's a nervous
Yeah, they
thing.
can tell you just to calm down, and everything will be okay, because they're really in the right hands of of our therapists. So because they're nurses.
Okay. Now I'm going to ask you a very sensitive question, which is price points. Now, as a business owner, and this is a business show when I'm here, when you do marketing and understanding price points, your target seems to be the upper middle class, people that want to be able to take their hard-earned cash that they've worked so hard for and develop a relaxed place to put it in, including becoming more youthful.
Yes.
Now, when you put your business model together, your competition really isn't for a stand in the mall. But at the same time, we're not talking about these huge prices for surgery. Can you explain to me your philosophy and how you got there and when you opened these two stores?
Actually, of course, beauty has its price, but then
It's not really expensive.
Yes, what we believe in is that we want our treatments to be affordable, but not too low that people would think twice of coming. Why we're charging it too low? We want something of good quality service, and based on medicine. That's why I'm here. I don't want something that they see on TV and we do it, and we just do it in the clinic. I want something that has been tested, that is tested safe and effective, so they get their money's worth. But something not too pricey, so the patients will know the worth of the treatment and will see the effects. I want something of good quality. So, like for Makati, because we have two clinics, the one in Ortigas and Makati, I always tell Jane, even if we have nurses who will tend to do the facials and attend to our clients, I still want to be the one to do Botox treatments. I want the personal touch. I want to know patients. So, as much as possible, I split my time between the two clinics. So, the patients will be very comfortable having their treatments done by a doctor.
Yeah, and we wanted to have also, a patient and, doctors or, like owners relationship. We want a longer, relationship with them. We tend, our patient to be our friends afterwards. So they're just not patients, but also our friends.
Can you talk to my bank friends and teach them that? Because it's really frustrating in certain parts of this country about how business aspects are accepted as a low standard. I really appreciate you telling me that you're going to have a high standard for service, because these people are just not people that come through once a month or once a week or whatever, that they're actually real people that you're going to know their names. You might even start understanding who they're married to, how many kids they have.
Yes, actually, they even tell us their stories, you know. So you'll be shocked that, we don't ask, but they do tell us. So it's more of, we're counseling also. So while doing their, things, so we tell them that, okay, so it's just like we're counselors also at the same time.
That's outstanding. I really appreciate that. We're going to take another break, but before I do, I wanted to read Dermalosophy, and I thought it was a great paragraph to show what their holistic approach is. It says, Dermalosophy is the holistic approach to beauty. The Makati Dermalosophy Clinic is designed to improve the general well-being, which is very important, of its patients, as well as to educate the philosophy of beauty and wellness. It seeks to help teach its clients a healthier lifestyle, which contributes to improving their general health and the condition of their skin. It wants patients to help its patient age beautifully and gracefully. And the reason I mention this is because, look around. We're accepting huge people as a commonality for the country. That's really not a good sign. If you were walking at dermalosophy, what you should do is not only understand the beauty treatment you're going to get, but they're going to be open and honest enough to tell you, hey, you might be in danger of pre-diabetic situations, or you might be doing this and that wrong. Let's do an exercise program. Let's help you get beautiful from within. And that really you can't buy. That kind of friendship, that kind of care is something that these two are putting into their staff, and I really appreciate you doing that. It's going to be great for the clients. We'll be back, and when we do, we'll discuss more about the two clinics in Makati and Ortigas.
Thanks.